Hello, everybody. I am SunPsychic Jean, and look who I have with me here today, Akela B.
Hi, Jean. Hi, everyone. I'm so glad to be back on the channel with you, Jean. We have so much fun together.
We certainly do. We certainly do. And Akela is just an angel to me for sure. And I thought about maybe we might meet up sometime and connect and do some things together, maybe practice some things or maybe present some things. I have a couple of ideas, but it's so nice knowing that there's somebody here in your vicinity that you can connect with. So please say hello when you pop in. I just want to say hello to everybody. And we're going to be doing a little bit of everything today. And if you want to, let me see which one it says. We're going to be doing messages from your loved ones. And please provide the name and relation, spirit guides, and angels. And we ask that you use caps and emojis. And just a little reminder that we are going to be choosing questions at random. And um, and what I wanted to do, I'm going to pop this in the chat here so everybody sees it on the way in. I'll pin it to the top. And I would like to invite people, if this is the first time, sorry, if this is the first time you've ever been with us and you usually just watch or you usually just listen or you usually don't really, if you don't have any burning questions and you would just like a general energy reading, I invite you to come in and say hello and share with us or get a reading. And this way it's really important for everybody to be involved and together. So yes, oh look, and Sonia's here,
Mhm.
Warrior Widow is here, and Sandra is here, James Davis is here, Maria Marino is here. Maria is so sweet. She gave me such a sweet validation about the reading that we did. So if we have done any readings for you in the past and it has helped you or opened up some information for you and has been uh, just a positive effect on your life, please let us know and put it in the show notes below so that when other people are watching this video, they can see, that what other people feel when they get read. And it's not just, it just is validating. If you're just coming across this video and you see these people reading, it's not going to, and then you see, oh, when you read me, that made such a difference. Or when you read my dog, you got him to a T or whatever it is. And we're not looking for you to pump us up because we know when spirit comes through, when it's true. What we want is for people who are happened upon this video, and you don't have to do it every time. Whenever you think about it is fine. I'm just putting this suggestion out there. It really does help for you to put your comment in. And even if you've watched somebody else get a reading and you felt it, you can put that in. But it's just helps to validate for others who are watching that it is affecting some people. But and if you can do nothing else, just at least hit the thumbs up and share. And sometimes that's just good enough too. Craig Dixon is here. Jessica Lynn is here. And thank you, Maria. So I was talking about Maria sent me a beautiful validation. And Lois is here. So nice to see everybody. Uh, all right. So, Akila, what has been happening in the spiritual realm in your life? What's new with you?
Oh, just
Have,
listen. What's new? Well, it's not really new, but just really paying attention to what my team and my guides they're telling me, like get out in nature, um, have fun, balance, right? I was just talking to my best friend and I told her I asked my guides for clarity on a message that I received. And basically they were saying I did have fun, and when I went to bed, I asked them for clarity again, I'm sorry. And the dream I had was them showing me before I got on this path. I was really into makeup. every day I would come home and do a full beat of the face and share with my best friend. I had nowhere to go. And they were saying, remember that time, remember you had fun doing that. It's okay to do the regular stuff, this, but find balance and bring back the things that brought me joy. So it's really just focusing on joy, balancing everything. It's Yesterday was cold, as you know, because we are in the same vicinity. We had flurries yesterday. I got up and I took a walk in the park and I captured a beautiful image of a stream and I posted it to my channel. So if you have time, please go over and check out the post. And it was just Spirit again reminding us of the simple things of beauty that we miss. So that's what's new with me, just enjoying everything and having fun while I do it and not be so caught up in what's going on in the world today and just, have that time, just release. So that's it. What about you?
I love that. I love that. Yeah, I too have been connecting with spirit, and I don't always have them come through while I'm, doing my everyday activities. But once in a while, they'll come through and their presence is known, and they're like, okay, you have to connect with this person. And I'm like, why am I thinking, why is this person, why is this energy coming in and connecting with me? And they're like, contact this other person. So I knew I had to contact this other person. And it's really very subtle, and we can easily dismiss it. We can easily say, oh, I don't know why I'm thinking about that, and just go on with our day. Or we can just easily dismiss all of the miracles and, blessings around us. So it's really important just to take time, slow down, appreciate the little things. This fast paced life with, social media and things sort of tends to keep us on a certain pace.
Yeah. And it,
Um,
and it's interesting to use the word miracle because one of the things I'm doing is trying to post an angel message every day. And yesterday's card was the miracle of nature. So what a synchronicity that I posted that. That's what I got yesterday. And here you are, how we can miss the miracle in the little things that nature shows us. So go out there, cold or not, and enjoy. Just bundle up. I was wet because it was drizzling rain, but I came back and I felt light. It felt beautiful. So yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful. All right. So let's go ahead and start with Craig Dixon. After Craig Dixon is Sandra. And then after Sandra is Warrior Widow.
Okay.
I'm just writing that down. So Craig says, Jean or Akela, does my guide Clara have anything to say to me? I got her Valentine message. Aw.
Okay, let's see what I
So Craig Dixon has a guide named Clara. She wants you to rest. She's sort of like stroking your hair and telling you to put your head down and rest. I feel like there's some worry or some anxiety or something that you have taking up a lot of your energy in your mind or in your focus. And she's like sort of like this: rest, calm down, don't worry, relax. She wants you to try and relax and let all your worries go. She said she's taking care of things. That's really different, very different. And what do you have there, Miss
Well,
Keela?
what's interesting, when I read Craig's question, I heard the feeling, and this is just to clarify it, you, Craig. It was kind of like an awe feeling, that mushy feeling you get inside. She didn't use the words awe, but think of the feeling that you get when somebody says, oh, and then I heard thank you. But kind of in line with what Jean said, I also got is like, you don't have to do the extra. And maybe extra is not the right word because, but you don't, I feel like you're doing something. The feeling like you're doing something, but you don't have to. It's like when you go to work, they tell you, oh, you have to go above and beyond, right? And the feeling that I'm getting is whatever this is, and maybe it's because Valentine's is approaching, you are in this, okay, you're in this, and she's saying you don't have to go that above and beyond. So I will tie the message into similar to what Jean says. I know you're very close with your guide, but I just want to pull a card just to see if she has any messages in the card as well, as Valentine is approaching. But take the advice. You don't have to overexert yourself. You don't have to go above and beyond. Okay. Just be. Hmm. Interesting. And I'll let you take this for what it is. And this is the card that I got. It says we are soulmates, but I love the two flowers on the beach, on the sand in front on the beach. There's a calmness, there's a peacefulness, there's a enjoy the moment feel that I get from this card. So I think it's more so the imagery of the card. Just be. Hope that helps, Craig.
Yeah, that was so beautiful, Craig. That was really very different. I was not expecting that when I saw her do that. She's really wanting you to, you know, release and relax for sure. So very beautiful imagery, her caressing you like that. And, just like let all the worries go away. Beautiful. Really beautiful. Okay, so Sandra's next. After that is Warrior Widow. And then after Warrior is James Davis. So Sandra says, may I get a message from my fiance? And Sandra says her fiance's name is John.
Okay.
Well, the first thing he's saying is that, a piece of paper or a legal agreement is only just that he wants you to know that you are his bride, you are his one and only, and that you know that you two, just because you didn't get down the aisle or sign the piece of paper, doesn't mean that you were always and forever committed to one another. And he wants you to know, to believe that. And she's showing me you sitting around in a circle, and I feel like, I don't know if this is at a table, but it's almost like your spirit guides. It's almost like it was predestined before you two incarnated here in this world. He shows me you sitting around the table, and it's a round table, and you guys are holding hands, and it's very much ethereal type of an image. And he's saying that you had a soul agreement or a soul contract to have this commitment to one another. And you can call him your partner, your lover, your one and only, whatever it is. But he's saying, please don't limit yourself to the titles. He says, I think you know in your heart that, or I know that you know in your heart, he corrected me. And he also is talking about some sandwiches with some cheese in between, or some white. Did you make him something with a white sandwich, two pieces of bread with white in the middle? And he's just saying that these are the deliciousness of life and the deliciousness of our connection. He's saying this is what is everlasting. And he wants you to know that he's always around you and he's always in your thoughts and he's always watching over you. And you can ask him for signs and symbols. He wants you to start asking him for signs and symbols. So she said, haha, that's John. And she said, yes.
That's good. Um, I'm gonna pull. Sorry, if I did shaking. For some reason, Sandra, I was guided. I pulled from the Talking to Heaven deck because I really wasn't getting anything from John. Um, I heard a chuckle initially, but he seemed kind of quiet. But I was guided to pull from my healing deck. But one of the things he wants you to know is that Earth, the Earth is our school. Hope you can see that. Okay. So we're here to learn. And I think and enjoy is what I just heard. So I think what he's reminding you of is while you're here, because while you're here, enjoy, learn. We're here to learn. Don't take things too serious. But I'm going to pull from the healing deck. See what I get for you. Oh, it says the Water Oracle. And I think, Sandra, it says psychic abilities, acting on visions, it's destined. So you may have some abilities there that you may be, John is, that you may not be paying attention to, or you may see things and is a little unsure of, but it seems like you're getting visions and maybe John is guiding you to act on them. Sandra say, see, John, there is a heaven. Okay. I hope this helps. So the earth is our school and the water oracle, psychic abilities, acting on visions, it is destined. I hope that helps, Sandra.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And Danielle, yes, thank you. I got that. Oh, she wants to know, is he okay? He wouldn't be able to talk to us and come through with his personality if he was not. He is okay. He is fine. He is doing well. He is more worried about you. And it is he has just love and he has this like brilliance and this I don't know how to explain it. It's it's like this joy and unconditional love that he has in his heart, and this is the way he's speaking to you. So what there's nothing concerning, there's nothing worrying him, there's nothing in pain, there's nothing, it's all just pure love and it's hard to describe the unconditional love and joy that he is feeling over there is what they kind of tell us. So this is really good. And see how, yeah. So good. I'm glad that you asked that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and trust your intuition, Sandra, because you're getting a lot of guidance. So okay, all the best.
Yeah. So okay. So next is Warrior Widow, and then after Warrior is James Davis, and then Kushi.
Okay.
Kushi, and I see Donna Marie. Kushi and Donna. I try to write these down so I can remember from one to the next, really.
Ooh.
All right. So she would like a message from her husband, Robert. He comes through. he's telling me that he was the one who took care of things. I feel like he was the one who sort of made a decision on where to live and what house to buy, and that he was a huge assistance for you. And he's also bringing through a cat. It's a striped cat. It's mostly a dark and maybe I don't know. It's a striped cat. It's a dark on dark though. And this cat just came flying in when he was talking, and um, he's saying that he wants to let you know that he was happy to be a provider for you, and that this was most important in his life is to have a home, have a steady job, be a provider, and to help make the big decisions so that you can be happy. Your happiness was his first priority, and whatever he needed to do, he would do. He felt like he was very responsible. Always had a point of a goal in life that he wanted to get to, the next goal, the next goal, the next goal. And he also was he's showing me, I don't know if he liked to hunt or if he liked to go four-wheeling or snowmobiling or something, but he liked these outdoor activities. Whatever this was outdoors, that he liked recreational outdoors. He loved the outdoors. Um, And I don't know your first name. I think I do know your first name, but I can't think of it. But he wants you to know that you are the love of his life, that your heart and his heart are forever tied together. He said, our love transcends time and space. He's saying nothing is perfect. There was maybe things that were said that were hurtful. He said, but we knew at the end of the day, we would come together and love one another. And he just wants you to know that you are very precious to him. You have a beautiful soul, and he wants you to continue to move forward. He's saying he understands that it's difficult, but he wants you to continue to move forward. And he's saying that you are courageous and you are creative. And he says, you be you, because that's what made him fall in love with you, is your individual uniqueness and your creativity. He says, this is your time to shine. So that's what he wants you to know.
Okay. So for Warrior Widow, I got from him immediately when I went in. I heard "Lovely Girl," and you know that song that goes. It says it's a lonely girl. It says "Lonely Girl," but instead of lonely, he's saying "Lovely Girl." Um, he's proud of you, and when he says he's proud of you, I don't know. It feels like he may have been. And please correct me if I'm wrong, but this is what I'm getting. That if he took on a man's role. He was a man's man. Like he took care of everything, and it feels like he may have been a little concerned as to how you will deal with how. Let me rephrase that. He's proud of how you're handling things. He's proud of, you were able to do whatever it is you needed to do. He also made me feel the joy and the love that he has for you, all meshed into one ball of twine. It was a beautiful feeling. But the cards he puts had me pull for you. He says, and it's interesting because Jean, as I pull this card, you said something about him having understanding. And he says he has a new understanding, and he wants you to know he feels healthy and happy. Okay. So I hope those help, Warrior Widow. Okay.
Sorry, I was just trying to type before I came back on. And Tahiti, I see your question, but if you could be more specific, that'd be great. I know that it's the first time I'm seeing you here. Okay, so after Warrior Widow, thank you very much, Warrior Widow. Your husband is beautiful, beautiful soul and energy. I have Kushi, and then I have Donna. So, okay, thank you, Tahiti. I appreciate that. All right. It's Kushi and then Donna. Oh, no, wait. I said James. Did I say James somewhere?
Oh, I forgot. Well, since you mentioned James, let's read for James.
All right. Let's do James, then Kushi. Why did I do that? Um, all right. James, Kushi, and then I see Scott and then Donna. Kushi, Scott.
Donna.
James, Kushi, Scott, Donna. All right, you guys. Sorry. We need a manager. No.
Right. I was like, where is my pen and paper to keep track?
All
So,
right. So James would like messages from his spirit guides. Ooh,
so
very
James, I
nice.
initially heard stand your ground, stand firm. So that's what I initially heard in my head. So I don't know what you have going on, but that's one of the guidances that they're giving you. Let me see what else I can get.
And Akela has an amazing ear. She has an amazing clairaudience. And these things come in right away. And her first impressions are really very powerful, James, just so you know. So let's go ahead and see what your spirit guides, James.
Okay, I'm going to say this because I just got a huge chill. So why they're telling you to stand your ground, stand firm, is because you believe in whatever it is you have going on. You believe in what you believe in, and it seems like somebody, something, maybe trying to shift to get you to change. And they're saying you believe in what you believe in, so stand your ground. Um, you are guided. I heard the word trusted, and I missed part of it. But your guides are there with you. So they are guiding, whatever this is, they are guiding you. Um, so just believe you're on the right path. Hmm. I don't know if this is you or if this is your guides, but the feeling I'm getting is one of like, I'm kind of slouching right now, and they're trying to get me to sit up straight. So, like, keep your shoulders high, held high, stand tall. Hmm. Yeah. Okay, James, that's what I got. Stand firm, stand tall. Don't be easily persuaded. Go ahead, Jean. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Um, James, what I feel your spirit guides are letting you know is that your spirit guides are your team, that they rely on you as much as you rely on them, that they need you to take action and to um, follow your guidance in order for them to be successful, in order for them to take you to the next point. So they don't want you to sort of second guess yourself or sort of dim your light or, they don't want you to feel intimidated by what other people may think, feel, or say. Or I feel as though you have this connection or this knowing, and I feel like you feel like you've dreamt about them, or that there's something in the back of your mind that you know about your connection to the spirit guides and angels and spiritual realm. And I don't know if you've had dreams or if you write stories or if you have this connection, you have this understanding, and um, you don't know whether to think that it's something that you're making up or if it's something that's real. And you don't have to decide that right now, Mr. James. What's important is that you pick up the lesson that, or the meaning, or the information that is contained within. Um, you don't know, like, don't try not to overanalyze. Just receive the overall arching lesson. Um, because I think you're being guided in the sense of stories or pictures or images or feelings, and you're like, is this true? Don't worry about if it's true. What does it mean? How is it making me feel? What do I feel like doing? What is it saying? How is it telling me to be strong and to stand firm, stand strong, and be confident? And whatever that is, this is what they want you to follow. And they don't want to confuse you. And I feel like you're trying to like nail it down. Like, was this a dream? Is this real? What are they saying? And are they saying this? Try not to analyze or compartmentalize or figure it out or pull it apart. Just kind of say thank you very much and see how it feels. Say, can you bring that to me in a clearer next time? Or can you bring this to me so it's easy for me to understand? And please ring a bell if I'm moving in the right direction. Please, send me guidance, signs, synchronicities, or numbers on a clock or whatever to help me to know that I'm moving in the right direction. But that's beautiful. I would listen to what Akela got for you. That was very powerful. And I concur. But I also felt that they wanted you to know your spirit guides are right here. Your spirit guides aren't up there. Your angels are up there. Your loved ones and they're all up there on it. But your spirit guides are right here. And they said, we're a team with you. And they're like, kind of like, come on, James, come on, you can. And they can't. You need to move forward, and you need to sort of go with the flow and try not to analyze, and then you can work with them. They need you to work with them. So that, I think, that's the overarching message. Oh my gosh, she said resonates. I have to have confidence in the messages.
Yeah. And what you can do, so I pull cards from a deck for you, right? And I always ask, as I told Jean, this is my first time ever reading for James, is if I should pull from the top or the bottom. And I heard bottom, and I got the Age of Light. But it says you've been training for this for lifetimes. So, I know fear steps in, but, kick fear out the door. And then something said pull from the top. Get grounded. So if you feel you have issues with confidence, I don't know if it's warm where you are or not, and you can get outside, put your feet in the ground. If you have a flower pot inside, if it's cold, put your hands in the dirt and just ground and try to focus on that confidence. What can you do to help increase or work on your confidence? And pull your guides in with you. Say, hey, I struggle with this. Can you help me? And they will work with you.
Show me the way. Show
Yeah.
me ways. Yeah. Show me the way. Yeah.
But they trust you, because I heard the word trusted. So that they're telling me that they trust you. As a Jean says, y'all are working together. You're working with them and they're working with you.
Yeah. Yeah. You're here to make a difference, and you're here to share what you know, feel, and sense. And they are there to help you to do that. So try to just take everything with a grain of salt and give it with the benefit of the doubt, and try not to analyze too much.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, James, that was really, 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 really good. I'm so glad. And I'm like, did I call James? So then I have Kushi, Scott, and Donna. Okay. So Kushi said, could you give me guidance for my Hindi exam? Some divine guidance, very tense, please. She just wants to know if she's going to pass and how she's going to do. And please let me know what your preferred pronouns are, Kushi, so that I know. Is it he or she?
I can feel Kushi's tenseness. You need to relax, Kushi. You need relax, breathe, shift your perspective on how you view this exam. That's easier said than done, right? Because if money's involved, no one wants to fail and have to retake it. But what I'm feeling, I'm actually feeling like I'm tightly wrapped, and because I'm tightly wrapped, I can't move my arms. I can't do anything. I'm restricted. And that's the energy that you are creating around this situation. So shift, if you can shift your perspective on how you view this exam, I think as I do that, I'm now starting to feel loose. It'll loosen up. You shift the energy around that exam. So I hope that helps. Kushi.
And
Oh, could you
he
predict my score?
he says, "Could you predict my score?" We cannot. We can well, I cannot.
I,
I'm not and you know, the reason is because in humanity, humans have free will.
yeah,
So if I predict a score, you can like just knock off and not do anything and not get it.
yeah,
You have free will of whether or not you want to apply yourself or not apply yourself, or to be sleep in and be late or not, or be on time. It's free will. So it's not a uh destined, determined outcome. You play a part in your own outcome. So it's up to you. And the anxiety and the doubt around it is what Akela is trying to say. It's the energy around it. Like if you say, "Oh, I hope I don't fall. I hope I don't fall. I hope I don't trip." Guess what? You're more likely to stumble or trip because that's all you keep focusing on. So what you want to do is think about what you're going to feel like after the test, and that you're going to be enjoying, you're going to be relaxed, you're going to be grateful that you aced it, and that you're moving on to the next endeavor. And trust yourself that you have the intelligence and the aptitude in order to complete the task at hand. And, you know, and if this is more overwhelming for you, then maybe test taking isn't for you. Maybe you want to work on playing an instrument or playing a sport, or it's really, you really want to do what's best for you, what's going to go with your flow, instead of trying to force yourself in a direction that you are truly not comfortable doing. Now if you're just saying to us, "Hey, I want to know, am I going to ace it?" it
yeah,
it's it's hard for us to say, honestly, for me, because it's really about you. I feel like you are highly intelligent. I feel like you do your homework and you do your work. You're very diligent in completing your tasks, and I think you have it in you to do that. But I can't tell you whether or not you're going to. So how's that? I hope
yeah.
that helps.
And that's good. And I'll give a quick example on why you don't really want to give yes or no, right? Because I had a cousin who was studying for the bar. And way before, I didn't know he was in school studying, and I got a vision that he passed. So I said to my mom, I said, "Oh, tell so and so if they're going to school, they're going to pass." That was it. I didn't know the person was in school. And then my mom came back and she said, "Wow, he is going to school to become a lawyer." So he sat the exam the first time, he failed it. So he sent back and he said, "Well, I thought Aisha got a vision." I mean, they call me Aisha, sorry, that she got a vision that I was going to pass. I said, "Hey, it didn't say when you were going to pass. I just got a hit that you were going to." And at this time, I wasn't even as spiritual as I am now. So recently, I got another hit. He's going to pass. So I told my mom, I said, "Is he back in school?" She looked at me. I said, "Well, he's going to ace it. He's going to ace it if he's in school." And I left it alone. She didn't tell him anything. And guess what? He passed the bar. He's now a lawyer.
Wow.
So, and he did everything he was supposed to do. He studied, he did whatever. One test he failed that cost him everything, and he had to redo whatever he needed to do. So, as Jean said, Cushy, I feel like you have it in you. You're doing everything you need to do, but I think you're caught up in your head. Like, am I? What do I need to do? Just relax. And I know it's hard to do, but go have some fun. Go, I don't know what you do for fun, but have some sort of fun just to relax and ease your mind, because you have it in a tight grip, and that grip is nothing can get through that grip. So you need to let the universe come in and do what they need to do along with you to hopefully get the outcome, that is right for you. That's the other thing, right? Is this really the outcome? Yeah.
That's beautiful. Brilliant. Brilliant. Very wise words. Very wise words. That was very well done, Akela B. So thank you very much, Kushi. Next, I have Scott and then Donna. And then after that, I have, yeah, there's a lot of new people here.
Oh, I saw that.
Okay. Scott said, any messages from his spirit guide, Martin? Ooh.
I feel like this Martin guide is, oh, maybe it's not just Martin, but the energy that I'm feeling, Scott, is a very relaxed, calm, easygoing. And I heard, you're doing well. You're doing well. So whatever it is you're doing, you are on the right path. You're doing what they, and this is just the way I am wording it. You're doing what is needed. You're doing what you need to do. You're doing well. So don't overthink. Um, yeah, it's like the vibration that I'm seeing is like you're doing well. Kind of like if you can think of frequencies, it's just a really nice, mellow, calm. So yeah, continue doing what you're doing. That's the message I got from Martin. Hope that helps, Scott.
Um, so I checked to see if Martin was here, and he said yes, but he was a little hesitant. And he's your spirit guide, so he wasn't quite ready to come out and talk to me specifically. Because, but then he opened up and said yes, that he would come through. And what he said to me is that you are working on balancing your spiritual knowing and your spiritual education and experiences with your 3D or everyday human experience. And he's saying that's the point, Scott. That's the point. This is why we are all here in this incarnation, all of us light workers and star seeds, is to be able to blend with from one dimension to another dimension, or from one uh, ego to balance the ego and the spiritual, to balance the 3D with the 5D, to balance the you know the soul, the physical human with the heavenly or spiritual realms. And he's saying that you are also tasked with balancing this. And he's saying to continue moving forward with your spiritual education. And he's saying that follow um, where sort of your joy brings you. Like if you've been watching near-death experiences and near-death experiences, and you're getting sort of that, this, or that you remember this, or that this rings true to you, like you've always known it, and that you don't have to. It's not like something that you're learning; it's something that you remember. And then you get something that is talking about the ninth dimension um, galactic guides, and you're like, wait a minute, is it I thought I was doing near death experience. Why am I talking about galactic guides? Why are these things all coming into my world at this point? And they're letting you know that follow where you're guided. If these ninth dimension galactic guides aren't right for you, you will lose interest and it'll fall away. But there's importance and information and energy in everything that we do. So through your lessons, through your learning, through your education, through your experience of expanding your spiritual awareness, you will find the balance in your human existence. And this is what you're here to do. This you're here to bring heaven onto earth, or the 5D into the 3D, or to the evolution of humanity. You're here to do this as well. So trust where you're being led, And if Martin is your main guide, he wants you to know that that this information is tugging at you, and it's part of the growing process. And they just want you to know that you're doing the right thing and to follow your heart. Um,
I have a question for Scott. Scott, do
mhm.
you love initially in my head I was saying like, but then I spoke it and I got love. Do you love hummingbirds? I'm asking that because I was guided to look at my hummingbird deck and I got a message that says, and I hope you can, it says fresh air and flowers. And like I've been pulling cards recently and we're all being guided to go out in nature. It says, spend time amid the natural beauty of the outdoors. And I think this will help you as well because in balancing some of the things you need to balance. But as Jean said, I love nature and birds are interested. Okay. Well, there you go. Yeah. So that's what Martin wants you to do as well.
Beautiful. Beautiful, Scott. You're definitely on your way for sure. All the best to you. And next, I have Donna, and I didn't write it down. Did I say anybody else? I think I had to choose. Uh, we'll go with Tahiti after Donna.
You're welcome.
And Donna says, ops
Oops.
in caps. Oh, oops. I don't know. Okay, so she redid it. I think the other one was in lowercase. So
Oh,
she
okay.
would like a message from her mom, Dot or Dottie or Dorothy,
Oh,
or her dad, Reno.
okay.
And this is fine, but just so you know, everybody, for me, if you have one person in one question, it's
Yes.
so much easier for me to focus on them rather than to split my attention. And it's just me. Maybe other readers can do it like that, but if you want more of a specific, but I think Dottie, because you said her name 3 times, I'll do it. She wants you to know that you're a good girl. I don't know if she always said that. She wants you to know that you're a good girl. She's saying that you've always been a good girl and you have good intentions and you follow your heart. If I feel as though you are diplomatic and you are a problem solver and you're always nice to everybody and you try and keep the peace, and it's commendable what you do, she says. And she's just really very proud of you for there's a difficult situation. I don't know if this is maybe like if you have a son-in-law, or if you usually love your son-in-laws, but if you have a daughter-in-law or if you have a neighbor, there's somebody who's a little bit of a thorn in your side, but you are able to rise above the situation and you see that they are in pain themselves and you don't take it personally and you sort of deal with it even though it's not your favorite thing to do. Either that or there's somebody in your like an extended family member that is um, sort of, I don't know, there's something around you that is sort of abrasive, like uncomfortable. It could be like a grumpy uncle, or there's somebody who's like complaining around you or abrasive around you, and you are going above and beyond to take care of this situation. And you have the grace of the angels, and you have the diplomacy and the kindness. And your mother just wants to thank you for that. That's what I'm getting.
It's funny. As soon as I went in, right, Jean, and I started to feel my heart space started to feel it wasn't quite opening, but I can feel something within my heart. And then you said, follow your heart. I was like, okay, that's what it is, because the energy kept flowing to my right from my heart. So I was like, okay, so take that, follow your heart. Um, what I see is they came in together. I see mom like sitting on a sofa and dad standing beside her. And Mom is more of the one who is more forward. That dad is just standing there like supporting her. Oh man, I forgot what she said. Let me see. Hold on one second. Oh, okay. I see. Oh wow. Okay, mom puts her hand out and dad on the side holds mom's hand. It's as if to let you know they are together, they are okay. I'm getting a sense that like not really worry, maybe occasionally the thought may fly by like if they're okay, but it's not a constant worry. And they're letting you know that they're okay. Oh my, this is a pretty image because dad is like kind of like leaning on the couch. I'm so dramatic. Leaning on the couch over mom. But the message is more of they are okay. So I don't know if
She said mom was a strong single parent.
hmm,
So
but
I feel like they've made up on the other side.
yeah, because I see she's in the chair, the sofa, and he's standing beside her. So whatever they may have had, it's been reconciled. Is that it? Yeah. Let me
And
pull up. Go ahead, Jean. I'm sorry.
Donna may have a picture of that. There may be a picture of her parents where her dad is standing, her mom's sitting on the couch, and her dad is standing up next to the couch that she remembers. Yeah, she said,
It's good
no,
to
they are okay together on the other side is good now. Yeah.
okay, but mom has a strong, you can tell her presence was more of authoritative, um, but not like a strict discipline. She just had a presence about her. Okay, sorry. Pull this
She's
card.
saying there isn't a picture like that. But
Hmm.
yeah. I was seeing it as an aged picture or a dated picture when Akela was describing it. And yes, she was. She was very strong.
Okay. She was okay. And then the card I got for you is tears cleanse the soul
Mm,
and a heart. So I hope that helped you, Donna.
yeah, that's beautiful. Beautiful. So when I said that there was a family member who was a little bit abrasive and made her feel uncomfortable, she said, maybe my sister. It's not easy, but you do try, and she sees you trying, you know, and that's and it's not families like our biggest teachers, and she sees you trying, she sees you being diplomatic, she sees you being, raising above the pitter patter, I guess. I don't know what you would call it, but how specific is that? What a good communicator. Okay, so Tahiti is next, and it's up to Akila. She's going to let me know if we can do one more. Do you
Oh
think
yeah.
we can?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm good.
Okay. So, do you want to choose which one after Tahiti? Can you go over and look at this? Because I can't choose. I just have a couple more left.
Oh, you know who's I'm trying.
In
What?
the start, in the
y-
start.
Oh, okay. There we go. Okay.
I just have.
Let's try Portuguese pepper.
Okay, Portuguese Pepper. You're after Tahiti. Please say hello and let us know you're still here. You're welcome. You're welcome, Donna. She goes, "Thank you both. That was so amazing." Oh, you're welcome, Donna. All right. So Tahiti would like a message from Jose Maria, my dad. You're welcome.
Tahiti 93. Your dad was your biggest cheerleader. If you can confirm that for me, please. Because what I saw coming in, I want to make sure. So if he was your biggest cheerleader, please, if you can validate.
I'm also seeing a monkey. There's something like twisted, like two twisted tails, or like a twisted pastry, or a twisted bread, or twisted hair. There's something that's twisted, but I they made me see a monkey. I'm not sure if that means anything. And like a small little, I don't know what your marsupial monkeys or something. I don't know what they are, but like a small little one. I don't know if you had. Oh, she's saying yes, yes, yes. I'm not sure which one. Is that because he was your? Can you
Go
specify, only because I started talking too? She's saying yes, that he was your biggest cheerleader.
Okay. Because he came in and he was like this. Like, and I wasn't sure if he was dancing to music or he was just like saying, yes, 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 I'm here. Um, but okay. Thank you, Tahiti. Because I heard him said after that, he was like, of course I am. Okay, what do you want her to know?
He's also showing me a parrot. I don't know. Did he like exotic animals, or did he just like animals? Or are there monkeys and parrots that are sort of hijacking my reading? Sometimes they just come in and show themselves. Um, but Jose wants you to know that he's okay, that he's at peace, that he's with I feel like he wants you to know that he's with the angels. I feel like he was religious, and I feel like he wants you to know that he's in the place, the house of God, so to speak, and that he is very well protected. And it was there's more than you could imagine. He's saying that there's family members there. I'm not sure if there was a young child that passed in the family, but he's saying that everyone is there with him, and that he's reunited with family members. I'm not sure if he had a brother that passed when he was younger. I feel like it's around his contemporary, maybe a cousin or a brother that may have passed of an accident, a sudden accident. And he's saying they're all here. We're all here together. And he's saying that we all knew that we were all here together. He said we all knew that we would come back here together, and we all it was like it's not like it wasn't a surprise. He's like, oh yeah, this is where I remember I was going to be. It's almost like as soon as he gets on the other side, he has this new awareness. Okay, okay. um
Oh,
but he's very much connected to you by the heart. And he tried not to spoil you, but he couldn't help it. He said that he wanted to make sure that you were a strong person, and that you stood up for yourself, and got made your own way. And like if you said, "Can I have a ride to my friend's house?" Your dad would say, "You have a bike. Go take yourself there." Like, it's almost like a little bit of tough love, but you knew that he was sort of doing it for your own best interests. And but he did spoil you whenever he got the chance. He said, please, I feel like he did have some sort of an illness towards the end, or something that he was fighting for. I don't know if it was something with his kidneys, or something with diabetes, or something that sort of just progressively got worse and worse. And he eventually, complications from this is what um, and he's saying that you think he left like young. I think, maybe even in his late 60s or 70s. But he's saying he lived a full life, that he worked hard, played hard, had a beautiful family. And yes, he would have loved to have 10 more years here. But he's saying that he lived a full life. He just wants you to know that that he's good, he's fine, he's with loved ones, he's sending you love, and that there's no regrets. How about you,
Okay.
Akela?
So I got, and other than him cheering you on, he's happy. He's very vibrant. Um, so he wanted you to know that. I don't know what was going on with him here, but his energy is very uplifting. Um, I pulled cards, and he wants you to remember him by the memories you created. And what's interesting, when I pulled this card, I felt a sadness over me, and the sadness was more of as if it was coming from you. It wasn't from him, it was more of you. And while it's the lady in here with a child, I see that as you and your dad. So he wants you to remember the memories. Just remember me by the happy memories you created. So whenever you feel down and under, know that he is vibrant, he is a ball of light, and just remember the memories you shared with him. He also has a new understanding, you know. So there may be, while he was here, he had his views, from his background or whatever. And but now he's over there, and he has a new understanding. And he says because he's learning over there. So things are changing with him. So he wants you to know, or things have changed and continue, because he said he's still learning over there. So just take those things, and I hope they bring you some peace.
Wonderful. So he said, Tahiti says he spoiled me with his love.
Mhm.
And she says, yes, exactly, Jean. And she said that she was so happy for him that he was in this glorious place. And she said her brother died very young, and
Okay.
that's who was there with him. Wow. Yeah, it's hard for me to close my eyes and open my eyes and read. so,
Yeah.
so I like to go back and just recap. Um,
So much.
let me see. Oh, she said I miss him so much.
Yeah. And look, I shuffled the deck, and guess what came up on top again?
Tell us.
It says,
Tell.
remember me by the happy memories we created. And then there's a string of images. So pull those out whenever you're feeling down and out.
So he's reconfirming this, Tahiti. That was a reconfirmation of what the message was a minute ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Wow. Okay. All the best to you, Tahiti. Thank you for being here. And Portuguese, Pepper is here, and they did confirm. And Portuguese, just let us know your preferred pronouns. Message, from my boyfriend, Kian. Please and thank you. And your boyfriend's on the other side, is that correct? Portuguese? You're welcome, Tahiti.
Welcome.
I'm sure it's on the other side, Kian.
Okay.
How long ago did Kian pass? I'm only saying that because he's not jumping right in. He's a little bit distant for me. I'm having to call on him. Did he like to go on a walkabout? Did he like to go hiking a lot? He's out there walking, and he's not saying don't bother me. He's like, I'm busy, I'm walking. And I think he's like, he likes to think when he walks. Did he like to hike? I see him sort of walking and exploring and thinking. Was he sort of like quiet in a sense that he would be, all of his thoughts would be his self, like he didn't wear his heart on his sleeve and tell everything that he was thinking. He was more to himself with his own thoughts. Does this sound like him? Oh, it's only a couple of months.
Okay, that's
Uh,
what I got. Yeah, okay. Okay.
he's on his journey and he's hiking. Um, and he's just being kind of quiet to
Mm.
in his thoughts. Um,
Let me show you the card I got. It says,
okay.
and I feel like this is because what I'm feeling is like he's looking back at the earth. It says, if I had only known then what I know now, I would have lived differently. You see, oh, wait, this way. Let me go this way. Can you see that better?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I also feel that as if, because I was trying to get him and I wasn't getting. And when you asked, when did he pass? He died, he passed recently. Um, he's trying to figure it out. It wasn't, and you can confirm, Portuguese Pepper, like it feels like it was unexpected. It doesn't feel like, oh, okay. It doesn't feel like someone who may have been ill and was battling an illness for a long period of time. It doesn't feel that way. I feel like there's a shock factor. There's a trying to understand why. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I that's what I'm feeling. So it's there's I feel confusion. There's confusion, as if, well, I was there, what happened? No, I'm not there kind of feeling. And maybe that's why he's not ready to talk yet, because he's still trying to figure it out himself. Um, yeah.
I just wanted to say he will talk. It'll take him a little bit of time, and if we had a private session, I probably would be able to bring him in about another 10 or 15 minutes. But it's new, so I see him hiking, and I see him off in the distance, and he's not looking at me. He's still on a journey, so he's kind of busy or preoccupied, and if I tune into you and I ask you and I get your mother, or then I ask you about your job, and then I ask you about a pet that maybe have passed, and then he'll be able to come in and come around. It's a process for them, and it's an energy thing for them. So it's not that he won't, it's that it's not easy to do in this quick little format here. Oh, he had heart failure.
And it got bad fast.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're so sorry, Portuguese Pepper. Let me see. I love that you said he loved to walk on the beaches, but so Kian, what is your message for Portuguese? He said, "I'll come back to you." He's saying our hearts are forever connected. He's saying, it's important for you to heal. He's saying you're going through a lot of grief right now. It's important for you to heal. That these things come in phases. These things come in steps, and he wants you to take care of yourself and to heal. He say, but he hasn't left you, so he'll be back. He'll be back. So I think there's just a lot of rearranging and almost like accepting that he's gone, because you still can't believe it, and that's the reality of him not being here anymore is still shocking, and it's a trauma, and it's going to take a little time for you to heal. And I feel like maybe even he's saying you're on your journey, but he showed me a beautiful journey, and he said that this is what I'm feeling from him. So how about you, Akela? Did you get anything else?
Oh yeah, I shuffled the deck again, and so I think he's understanding that while it was sudden, it was his time to go. You know, I mean, we never know when we're gonna go or what we signed up for, but he's understanding that it was his time to go. And this card, it reads, this is what it reads: I always give you a goodnight kiss. But when I read it initially, I read, I will always give you a goodnight kiss. So I said, Portuguese pepper, take it for the way I read it initially, not the way the card is, because when I was about to read it, I read it as I will always. And then I said, that's not what the card says. So that's him clarifying that, he will always give you a good night kiss. And
Yeah.
one of the things I would suggest, Portuguese pepper, and this is from my own experience in getting through losing a loved one so suddenly, because there's a lot of disbelief, there's a lot of heartache, and sometimes we get trapped in that bubble where we can't escape it because the pain is so much to endure. I would say if you find that it's like months going on and on and on and you can't find a way out, call on your guardian angels, call on creator, source, God, whoever it is you call on the archangels and ask them to help you get out of that rut. Because from my experience, when I lost my loved one suddenly, I was going into depression and I never dealt with depression, but I realized that wasn't who I was because I had gone from 120 pounds to like 90 something pounds. And I looked in the mirror and said, this is not me. And I said, God, because I call creator God, I said, this is not me. I need help. I need you to help me. I'm not liking what I'm seeing. It got to the point where I felt like I was not even breathing on a daily basis. I was just going, not realizing anything. I was getting to work, don't know how I was getting to work. I would come back home, don't know how I was doing that. And the moment I surrendered and asked for help, the energy shifted and I can come to terms with losing my loved one in that moment. So I hope that helps, gives you some sort of solace on how to go through this process. But please take the time to grieve. Don't ignore your feelings. I'm just sharing how I was able to come out of the depression I was going into. Okay.
Yeah, and just something tangible that you can do in a physical way is get one of his shirts and make a pillow out of it, or cut or get a pillow and put his shirt around it and just tie it or loop it, and something that you can hold on to, that you can hug, that you can smell, that you can snuggle with it, that you know that he's close and he'll be there. It's his energy is still lingers around some of his things there. So if his things are with you and you have a jacket or a blanket or a shirt that he always wore, keep that with you in that form or something similar to that. Um,
Yeah.
okay. Yes. Especially if it's your significant other.
Yeah.
Just one day he's gone, it feels so empty. Yeah. Yeah.
But I got this card again. Him looking back at Earth, if I had only known then what I know now, I would have lived differently. And that's not to say it's anything bad. Maybe he may have gone on and buy you roses. This is what I just popped in my head. Maybe he would have done something else. But that's what he's viewing now. If he had, that's why I think they say, live every moment in the now. Don't put off for tomorrow what you can do today because we don't know what tomorrow brings. Yeah. All the best to you, Portuguese Pepper.
Yeah. Thank you very much, everybody who asked questions, everybody who held space for those who were getting their readings. And thank you, Miss Akela B. You are amazing. You are talented. And I love holding space together and reading together. And I think that we are soul sisters. And I think that we were destined to interact. And I'm just so glad that you walked into my life. So thank you for everything that you do, and everything that you are, because it's a beautiful thing.
Th-
Beautiful.
Thank you, Jean, and thank you for always having me. I'm blessed.
So everybody, I'm going to be on with Allie, Heart and Soul Connected, in about 45 minutes. I'll be over there, so come on over there and see us. And then after I'm on with Allie, I have Valerie from Illumination Portal coming back on my channel. So I'll be here all day. So everybody, come on back and see us if you have time. Thank you, everybody, for being here, and have a wonderful Sunday. Take care, everybody. Bye bye. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you enjoy this content, hit like, share, and subscribe. Remember to click the bell to be notified of future videos. Thanks again. Bye.